Oh, oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Mistakes have been made. Go to the intro. Go to the intro. There we go. And I just noticed that we have an echo, which is going to be so much fun because I don't know where it is coming from.
Oh, I didn't see the rat.
Welcome to Murderhobos Anonymous, the show where I fix things that are broken once I figure out where they are. I don't know why it's doing that. Of course, as we all know, we get much better. Can you guys hear the echo? Yeah. Everyone knows that whenever we have issues. Oh, okay, I figured it out. It's the headphones. Oop, not that one. There we go. Okay. Yes, as everyone knows, every time we have audio and video issues, then all our viewership goes up like crazy. So hooray for audio issues! Welcome to Murderhobos Anonymous, playing some 5th edition D&D here in Gaithersburg, Maryland, at the Playmore Game Store. Thanks for joining. Before we get started, let me just go through some credits. Any background effects you might hear are from tabletopaudio.com. Battle effects are from battlebards.com, and most of the music is from the Guild Wars 2 soundtrack that you can find on soundcloud.com/arenanet. And we're playing some Tomb of Annihilation. Already had our first player character death, not player death. That would be absolutely horrible.
As we all laugh. No, it's not funny.
It's a grim.
We had a player character death last week. Poor Yuki the Kenku.
Thing. Monk.
Monk? Was it a monk? Okay, Kenku monk. See, I've already forgotten. Yep, she died from those Zorbos, the marsupials of death. But Will and Laura are not here this week, as you can tell from the black screen right there. But we're going to play anyway. You guys were in Cholt trying to defeat a death curse, destroy a death curse that's keeping everyone from being resurrected, hence the tragedy of Yuki. And made your way down a river toward a Order of the Gauntlet, a prior Order of the Gauntlet camp that had been overrun by undead or something, on your way to Camp Vengeance, the new camp of the Order of the Gauntlet. You were exploring some latrines outside of the Camp Righteous on this camp. Yes, you found the corpse, the desiccated corpse of some Order of the Gauntlet paladin or something inside of the latrine, in the pit itself, and recovered some poopy ring mail.
It's even more amusing because he's Order of the Gauntlet. It would only be better if he were Lord's Alliance, but this is good. And by good, I mean terrible. Such horrors. Why didn't he leave himself a rope to get out with?
I didn't have the time.
I guess. I mean, he was wearing clothes.
And you can see, looking up at this strange 80-foot tall statue, it's carved to look like a man with a crocodile on his back. And when you asked your guide about it, he told you a story about how the crocodile had tricked man into carrying him across the river. And that's all I remember from it. Yeah. But yeah, do you want to keep going here? I can move. Let's see.
Waiting for the mouse to actually want to listen to where I'm going.
Ooh, that's a good.
Yeah, it's that late. It's the delay. I'm trying to.
There shouldn't be a delay.
What? Is it broken? Oh.
Is there some lag?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
Is
significant.
it
lag.
just the mouse? I think it's just the mouse. Because I can see the yeah, because I just put that pin there, and that's working.
And then it's reading the click as multiples.
Oh, really? That's annoying. Let me see if this is
Turn it off and turn it back on.
working. Yeah, you want to use this instead? It's much smaller and more annoying.
Let's see if turning it off, turning it back on works.
Yeah.
Nope.
The receiver might, I mean, it's behind the screen, but it might be getting some interference. Because I can move it now. This is much more responsive. I bet the batteries are dead. So if you want to... Then again, the batteries on this might be low, so...
Oh, no.
What kind of batteries do you have?
It's AA.
I don't have any batteries, but I was just wondering.
You might want to turn off the main one there, or at least not use the mouse.
I'm sorry, that's the prize box you wanted to first.
Hooray!
This is actually a lot easier.
Yeah.
Since it actually responds.
The Logitech, I'm surprised at how terrible the touchpad is on that.
I'm not.
It's
It looks terrible. It's like
I mean, compared to the one he's using now, I would expect it to be better than that, but that's actually really good. So
that one looks nifty. That is-
it's really terrible to type on. So I guess if you needed to type on something, hold on to that. And let me just remove this. And oh yeah, Yuki's dead. So.
Just gonna keep rubbing it down.
Yeah, just repeat. Yuki's dead.
Yuki is dead. So she's not on the combat tracker, if you were wondering.
Who are we going to attack? Not Yuki, because she's dead.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Yuki's dead.
Sorry. Sorry, Laura.
So you can see there was that that burned out shrine where you found a holy symbol. You want to move into the main camp here, down the hill a little bit, into the main area here. Looks like the Order of the Gauntlet removed everything of value from these tents when they
When they fled.
yeah.
When they died.
When they died.
Yeah, you can see that there's a number of destroyed tents. Somebody roll a d6 for me.
6.
That was
Oh,
I mean, that is technically a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a 6.
What have I done?
What have you done?
I have killed us. On the bright side, we now know to run from
We
everything.
all instantly die.
Rolling dice on that
And
too.
we're
No.
You're using mine?
Yeah, I used yours. It landed on top of my...
No, I was just wondering because I didn't see your dice now.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
You forgot to bring them.
No, I left them in the bag.
Okay.
Let's see. Ah, why is that suddenly so small?
Oh, the marker?
Yeah,
Look at it.
Aw,
it's so cute. Okay. I'm gonna leave
Make it
that.
green and it can be our guide's little buddy.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about Fantasy Grounds is that the default action for the scroll wheel on a token is to spin it around in a circle. So
Not
it's
useful.
also, and I know you don't have a scroll wheel, which is unfortunate, it's also the action you use to zoom in and out of the map. So if you're zooming out of the map and your mouse rolls over a token, it just starts spinning tokens around willy-nilly.
Dilly-dilly.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's really annoying to get them back into
No, it's
place.
beautiful.
Right, so
We got 45 gold.
best token ever. Peepo, as you're looking through a tent, a poisonous snake comes out and attacks you.
Oh, I start screaming.
So you can roll for some initiative as we have some epic combat.
Oh crap! I still left the dice in his thing.
Oh, it's very appropriate epic combat music.
My dice are good. See, look at mine.
I'm gonna keep rolling Doug's dice from now on, except for that one that Diesel.
This one.
This one's tricky sometimes. He gets in moods. I think that's what's been happening. Is he's talking to the others and the rebelling. No, it was not.
This is definitely appropriate music for a poisonous snake encounter. It's too bad this song is only about 45 seconds long. Sullivan, what'd you roll?
All right, roll the 20.
Oh, really? Because that's actually what was in there. Peepo. 8. Kathos.
19.
Those rolls. Maybe that'll be the music for roll for initiative. I'll have to put it on a separate thingy then. Sullivan, oops,
And oops.
an oops. A poisonous snake has appeared in front of Peepo and looks like it's about to bite her.
I will try to firebolt the oops.
Okay, oops away.
He did.
11.
Don't worry
Is that
about it.
That misses. It's a very small oops. Kathos.
Kathos is going to cast Toll of the Dead.
Oh, he is not damaged.
Kathos crit.
Oh, Call of the Dead is a
Cantrip.
is a cantrip and it's a saving throw.
I don't think it's an attack roll.
No, it's a saber suck.
What can I do?
Sorry.
I'll find something to use that 20 on. He's going to walk up to it and thwack it after casting Shillelagh.
Okay. Excellent. Getting within melee range. It's always a good thing.
Yes, it is. Especially for the project. Quarter staff. It's 10 plus my wisdom. 12.
12 damage?
Yes.
It's a negative 10.
I smushed the shit out of the snake.
You did. That was
Snake pudding.
quite a
Thwack.
thwack, and definitely worth a.
What kind of jury?
A young one. I haven't decided yet.
Yep, that was definitely an epic combat there.
Hey man, if it gave us like 70 EXP.
66.
Yeah.
It was a 25 XP encounter, which you divide by 3.
Sounds like 66 to me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe point
Seems legit.
66.
Damn you,
And
I
then-
thought you were an attack roll.
Final Fantasy style, you all just merge back into the same token here,
As we do.
as you do.
Continue to loot these poor gauntlets.
There's nothing there.
check out the
Could
boats,
be
make sure
stuff.
there's nothing.
Wait, we already looked in all the tents to find
Yeah.
there was nothing but poisonous snakes?
Yeah.
Yep, just a poisonous snake. It looks like it had been, the tracks around the tents seem to indicate that a company of heavily armored people came by after the disaster.
Fragile, don't do that.
I guess we,
I think that was Mike who slammed on the table. You can see there are some rowboats that are appear to be intact.
Ah, they.
Perfect.
Yes.
The reason we're here to steal their rowboats.
To the north, there's some look to be soldier tents.
We're gonna properly try to loot those too,
All right.
if we can. I can find us some more poisonous snakes.
What
If
did
nothing
we-
else.
Why did we come
All
here
of the
again?
tents are ruined in one way or another. Most were slashed by claws or weapons during the fight, and all the canvases at the point of disintegration from mildew and jungle rot.
Okay, good.
We
It's not the
didn't want
spell.
canvas.
Just lay on the ground and cry.
And then that little pen over there is where you saw that.
Oh yeah, the baby.
Oh shit, we're gonna go look at the baby.
Baby.
And,
We have a druid. They'll be friends.
You gotta put it down.
no.
Turn away.
You get an animal companion. You just have to trick it into loving us.
So, yeah, it looks like a fledgling axebeak. Little tiny thing. It squawks at you as you approach.
Can we like sit and love on it for a few minutes while I learn to cast Speak with Animals? And ritually cast Speak with Animals?
10 minutes.
Sure.
Just feed it food from our pack that the druid says is safe for it.
Okay. So you're going to spend 10 minutes and do that?
Yeah. Waiting to die.
While you're doing it, the other two roll perception checks.
Warn me if evil comes. Ah, you both rolled the same thing.
17.
Yep, 15.
17.
Okay.
Just loving on this poor little bird.
Mama X speaks. Okay.
Mama Axebeak is probably going to come, but on the bright side, if 10 minutes pass before she comes, I can tell her that we're releasing her baby. Please don't kill us, Mama.
Mama, Papa, and cousin too.
What'd you roll?
15 and 17.
Okay. Peepo, you notice some movement to the south near the river. Some sort of smaller creature, humanoid perhaps.
Crocodile.
Something humanoid perhaps. The movement over by the boats.
Something's over there. I shall go and stab it.
Okay, you're gonna start walking over that way.
Do you want to come?
You asking?
If you want.
Sure.
You can call for help if you need me.
Yeah, you can continue to befriend your tiny bird dino.
I'll grapple your shell and go for the ride.
Oh, great. I'm going to be over here and get sneak attacked.
Splitting the party, the best thing to do.
Of course.
So the two of you walk over. I mean, there's only three of you. It's really hard to split the party effectively.
I got the bird guy, not the bird, the pickle and the other druid.
The pickle.
Yes, you've got the Vegapygmy and the other druid with you. All
I
right.
forgot that we called him
Yeah, pickle veg me.
the pickle.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Nick.
So, Peepo, you walk over. You start. Are you just walking forward boldly, or are you gonna try to be sneaky?
You're a barbarian.
People's not very sneaky.
I'm
Okay.
the sneaky one because I'm hiding on the shell in the back.
Yeah, no.
And I'm a halfling, so I'm small.
Nobody can see him. I'm just. Hey, who's there?
You call out.
Sure.
You see a goblin in the boats. Looks like he's trying to put holes in it.
What
Hey,
the
stop!
hell?
Those are our boats. We stole them first.
Fair.
Can I throw something at him?
He looks at you. He's wearing this elaborate mask.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Actually, I can show
It's
you.
a black dragon mask.
Oh, I thought it was like scuba. Like he was scuba. Oh, that's...
He scuba.
He scuba? Why did he scuba?
Because he doesn't want people traveling on his river.
Apparently.
It's his.
We have to protect our boat. We stole them first.
As long as it's not a dragon turtle.
I mean, dragon turtles are the least of our worries. We're getting killed by plants. And tiny sloth bears. Well, main sloth bears.
So you don't see all 4 of these, but he's wearing a mask that looks similar to one of these.
Oh shit.
Oh. That's not scuba. That's
And
weird.
you can only really tell it's a goblin from the ears behind the mask.
Aww, that's so cute.
Okay.
Goblins are great.
Totem of goblins taking messes.
So he looks up at you when you call to him. Do any of you speak Goblin?
No. Unsurprisingly, no.
Nope.
Oh, well, I can. If you look at the chat there, which is not visible to people online.
Okay, so he yells some gibberish and I throw a
Yeah.
javelin at him.
But he's not yelling. Maybe he's probably.
He yells in surprise and he pulls out a horn and starts blowing on it.
No.
See,
Great. Now he's gonna break my ritual because I gotta go kill stuff.
Got this.
Are you going to attack him?
Things. Yeah, I want to throw a javelin. Do I roll initiative or can I just do it?
Yeah, you can roll for initiative.
Let's see. You've been going well for me, little guy. You're fired.
Are you bringing the druid and pickle into the fight, or are you just?
I yelled for the druid.
Well, the Kathos druid, or are you?
That one.
Yeah. If things start to look really bad again.
How about you send the pickle our way?
No, I don't want the pickle to
Pickle has
die.
like less HP.
Yeah, I think just the druid guy.
Okay, druid guy.
Be like, please heal us if we start to die. You know, the job of that cleric druid we thought we had. You know what? Soon I will be able to get a unicorn.
Right now you're going to be able to get an XP.
Hopefully. If we're gonna have to like restart this 10-minute wait.
No, I thought you were still doing that. You were just getting the other druid.
Oh no, I was gonna break it.
Oh, you're going to actually come? Okay.
Yeah. I thought you wanted Kathos druid.
I'm going to with any druid, really.
You know what? At some point, this little bird's gonna become my friend, whether it likes it or not. I've been feeding it for a little while casting this ritual. So hopefully I can just befriend it. I'll just tie a string to its leg.
Is people animal better than animal friendship? That's what I always use.
Probably not. I just like to talk to them.
Like animal friendship doesn't make us instantly love you.
Yeah, but only for 24 hours. If I talk to them and earn their love.
Okay. You want like the earnest way for
Yeah.
friendship.
Celestia's way is just prisoners with pay.
Yeah. No, they end up loving us too. Remember
Andy,
our god?
no. Andy, no.
Remember our bear god?
Yeah, at some point it's just Stockholm syndrome. Watch these goblins kill my axe. I'm gonna be devastated.
Oh, no, they're far away from the exit. They're in the river.
They could be
You
from
don't know where they
anywhere.
are. He blew a horn.
Yeah,
They're in the river and we're gonna stab them.
like they're fish.
Having trouble with the combat tracker thing here.
You gotta get the horny
Okay,
goblin
I guess I just have to remove them. That's annoying.
Gonna stab
Wow, he's already
them.
summoned all his friends.
We don't know if he's blue yet.
He did blow his horn.
He did.
That's why I stood up.
So he already blew his load.
What?
Roll 2 individual d8s for me. Tell me the results.
1 and 1.
Okay.
You should have had me do it so I could roll 8 so we could die. We would have died.
There were 4.
The number of goblins in each totem.
Nope. Actually, it rolled it for me, so I have my own.
Hey man, he rolled. Yeah.
Yeah, the effort was put in.
Yeah. Unless that was bad, in which case, never mind. Bad for us.
Yeah, we'll take the number that benefits the players.
Yep.
One that gets us 60-60
XP. Sorry for the wait here. I'm getting better at Fantasy Grounds. It's just the combat tracker is so much different from Roll20. Makes it very difficult. Okay, there we go.
Oh, we have 30 good berries from the night before.
Yay.
Hooray.
29.
Actually, probably less than that, because I've probably just been tossing them to the axe beat. We're probably like down 8 at this point.
The axe beat's too fat to walk at this point because it's a whole day's meal.
Yeah.
At least you're getting it ready for Thanksgiving.
That's not what happens with my axe beat.
Let's make our delicacy.
Okay. Initiative
23rd.
again?
Yeah, I credited my second initiative.
Kathos?
Subtract 20 from that. 3.
3. Excellent. Kawasha and they aren't in the combat right now. Let's make sure. Okay, they were not even in the map. Beepo.
21.
Sullivan, there's a goblin blowing a horn next to the boats.
I will come out from my hiding spot and firebolt him.
Okay.
Does 24 hit
Yes. Don't even have to look.
for 9 fire.
Wow. He's dead.
Did he actually get the horn off?
Yeah, he did. He started blowing it.
The horn's starting combat.
Yep.
No, 3.
Beepo. It's a dead goblin in the boat.
Dead goblin?
Yep.
Start looking for the others.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any others, right? I guess I'll
Not at the
just,
moment.
I'll run up to the boat and I will ready a cap.
Okay. Do you look at the boat? You notice that in one of the boats there's a hole and it's starting to take on water. The other one looks like the goblin was starting to punch a hole in it.
Why do the goblins hate boats?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like defending that one, the good one.
Okay.
You could attack the other one from above and stop the hole.
I mean, you can still pull it out of the water and do that if you want.
On
You're the strongest one here.
On the goblin's turn, who is dead, you hear several other horns on the other side of the river start to pick up the call.
Oh shit.
It's very loud, and you can hear animals and other things in the forest starting to make a bit of a ruckus.
Great. The beacons have gone for it.
Yep. And to the south, oops, I just spun that skeleton round. You see a skeleton move up out of the forest.
Is it within range? Is it with hammer?
It's not your turn anymore.
Are you ready now?
Oh, you ready in action to attack? Yes. Yeah, go ahead and throw.
Yay! 14?
That misses. Oh, no, it does. It hits. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing.
8 damage.
Hits. Alright. Oh, actually, it wasn't his turn. He's going to attack you with a short bow. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. Darn. So close. Behind the skeleton, you can see a zombie shambling out of the forest behind it.
We didn't promise to kill you.
I know, so I can cast Sacred Flame on.
Kathos. 30 to there. Ish. There's a tent in the way between you and the skellies.
No, it's not that one.
I don't know if that thing has a right click button, does it?
It should be the right.
Yeah.
I mean, a middle click, sorry. If there was a middle click button, that would be awesome.
I am going to. Can I, like, barely see this little guy?
Yeah, he has a little cover from that. It's a totem, a TP style tent.
That's cool.
Right, so.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
On the zombie or the skeleton?
The zombie.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping he is not dexterous.
It's control drag. Not that it really matters. No. You rolled a 14.
Sure. And Shillelagh.
Okay. Sullivan.
I'll firebolt this skeleton since he's already hurt by the javelin.
Okay.
21.
Yes.
8 fire.
Looks very hurt.
And then I'll
Do you have the combat tracker open?
No.
You can open that if you want. It's the sword in the top corner. Really? That's all you see? Oh yeah, okay, good. You do see it.
and then I'll move 10 feet forward.
Behind the cover there. You can actually move the tokens if you want, but I can also move them. Either is fine.
Do I just click and drag? Or
Peepo.
I want to rage, run up to the skeleton, and
Do it, people. No, you can't. I lied.
Yes?
Nice.
No.
If you were attacking the zombie, that probably would hit. Maybe.
Yeah, it would have hit the zombie. Anything else?
Double attacks you.
you rage?
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing. As another skeleton ambles out of the forest.
And what
I'm a
do I do?
barbarian.
Huh?
I'm a barbarian.
He shoots the raging turtle with a short bow. And rolls an 8. And it looks like it's about to glance off the shell, and then it doesn't. It was really pitiful.
Wait till we throw the axe blade on the boat and leave it alone.
The skeleton drops his bow and pulls out a short sword, and then swings it at the turtle. 15? Misses. Glances off the shell this time.
Yep.
Zombie! Forward. Swinging, slamming you with his fists. Does a 21 hit?
Just.
Alright. Take a whole lot of 4 bludgeoning damage there.
Not a half.
Yes. Half because you're raging.
Yay.
Yay! Kathos.
I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead on the skeleton.
Skeleton. Alright, and that is a save, I believe.
Yes. Wisdom.
On the one that's very hurt?
Yes.
It rolled a 1.
Yes.
It is damaged.
It takes 3.
Well, it only had 1 hit point left, so
Yes.
it dies.
Very complicated.
Can I shout? I want to shout to the other druids to have the pickle guy ready to grab the axe beak baby if things start to look bad. So that
He says, I think it'd be odd if you just let him go.
I love
His
him.
parents may be nearby.
Oh,
We don't want to antagonize him.
Oh yeah. Okay, then let him go.
Seems like he might be a better druid.
I just want pets.
Oh, you're not a very good.
Different kind of druid.
I didn't know that it could have. I thought maybe. No, I didn't think that.
Prisoners with pets.
No, didn't think that at all.
I
See, you had.
I didn't realize.
You wanted a pet. You didn't
Yeah.
think about the idea that it wanted to go home.
Yeah, how did it get trapped in there?
Because they caught it.
Yeah.
Well, they caught it, but at
They
this
might have
point-
been. They might have been training it.
But everything in there had been a guy in the toilet long enough to die of dehydration. How is that bird still alive?
Looks like there was food in the pen.
Yeah. Also, his parents could have come by and fed it from the outside and just not known how to get it out.
Sullivan.
Axe beaks are huge. I think they could break the fence.
This one's a fledgling. It's a small baby.
Well, if its parents
my-
were
my
outside, it
idea
could
was
have
the
broke the
parents-
fence.
They, I don't know. You could wait around and see.
People yells, "Why don't we go on the boat?"
Free the baby bird.
Yeah, but then we can go to the boat.
I'm gonna chaos bolt the new skeleton that came in.
Oh, you moved. Okay.
Oh wait, the other skeleton's dead. It's still on the thing. It doesn't go away.
It lives there.
Let's go.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Skilly. Yes.
Uh, 15 points of psychic damage to the skeleton.
He's dead.
Yeah.
People, I'm gonna need you to hurt that zombie.
I will do my best.
Okay, cool. You got this, people.
That is my turn.
Okay. Depot.
That definitely gets caught.
Double.
Wait, did you kill? Oh,
I
you
said the new one that walked up.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was 15. Yeah. Okay. I did lose the wrong one. Okay.
Well, I think the other one died from Toll of the Dead.
No, I accidentally targeted the pickle that you couldn't see.
Oh!
Killed the pickle?
Not officially, but you still would have killed the zombie. Or the skeleton.
The whole thing we hear is bells going off and we return just to find a dead pickle. Like, way to control your magic.
Sorry, I put the damage on the wrong token and then deleted the wrong token. That's why I was confused.
I mean, we can't run yet. We still gotta explore the statue.
Yes.
I just said it as a backup option.
It hits and it hurts.
Not dead?
Not dead yet. Let's remove him for now. He is going to attack you. How about a 9? Does a 9 hit?
No, almost
You're not
no.
going to allow it? Alright, Kathos.
Gonna cast Toll of the Dead on the zombie and hope that it less wise than next turn.
It rolled a 6.
Yes.
Zombie's not good, no.
9.
Looking hurt.
What is my spell save?
Sullivan.
Oh, it's right here.
Fireballs. Wow, 10 I think actually hits.
Yes.
2 fire.
We established that.
Not
it's a zombie.
dead yet.
Your turn, people.
No, there's that thing.
Do Can. No.
Just,
9?
yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Yay!
I think that's 1 over.
Yeah. 9 hit.
What kind of weapon do you use? Great sword.
Yeah, great sword.
So a hand comes alive and it's actually.
What? Oh.
If there was those type of zombies, it'd be very good.
The zombie looks like it's about to fall over, and then it doesn't.
Bitch. Is that kind of zombie?
Yeah, it has to double save.
Or
What do you mean that kind of zombie? All zombies have undead fortitude.
That kind of zombie.
A zombie that doesn't die very
You
easily.
mean that?
It's the zombie. It's that kind of zombie's turn.
It's the zombie with skin versus the zombie without skin. Which
That,
is a skeleton.
which would be a skeleton. It rolled a 22 to hit Meepo.
You know the hit? Just barely?
Just barely. It's gonna take just a barely 5.
That's half the
2.
range.
Yeah. Kathos.
Sacred flame.
Oh, changing it up.
Yeah.
His dexterity is the same as his wisdom.
Yes, but one of them works better for me.
It rolled a 14,
Ah.
which is a 16 on the die.
How are you so dexterous?
He's very wise and he's very,
He's
very
not
nimble.
wise, he's just swift.
Well, he made his wisdom save, didn't he? Or no, he didn't. Or Sullivan.
23 to hit for E fire.
Right. Let me do another con save. He made his con save. Still at 25 hit points. I mean, sorry, 25 damage. It's backwards in Fantasy Grounds, if you didn't know that.
More people killed it.
Pathos.
Do it.
Pathos. Pathos? Peepo. Who's Pathos?
Oh, my love.
Somebody's
Kathos'
character.
brother?
The hit! 21 for...
Are you adding your rage damage as well?
Oh, it wasn't.
Whoa.
Because it helps against the save.
I forgot that. 2 extra.
Yes. So
12, so he rolled a 16.
12.
He's dead?
Finally.
Yay! We still have a boat.
No, didn't.
So, that's
It'll
good.
come back.
So,
Can I go up to the boat with the hull and try to pack some mud in the hull?
sure, roll a survival.
Mud wash off. I feel like you need something more sturdy.
If you roll well, then you'll know not to use mud.
I'm old, cranky with a stick. It was 14.
You find some scraps of wood, and you are able to fashion a bit of a patch.
If only the druid had the menu spell.
Do I? I think no, I didn't take that one. I took Shillelagh instead. I'm gonna go free my baby axe beak and give it a good berry for the road and cry.
Roll an animal handling check.
Oh no, it's gonna kill me. Let's might handle it. Alright.
No, I actually do that myself.
Oh shit. I got a 6.
So you open the gate, and it's in the back of the pen, cowering from you.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm not gonna go in there after it.
Okay.
Wait.
You gonna back away from the door?
Yeah, but I'm gonna still toss it a good berry.
All right. It ignores the good berry and scampers off into the wilderness.
I'm believing you find your family.
I cast menu.
It's gonna get eating.
Immediately.
I apparently have it.
All right. That takes what, a minute, I think, and it's within a 5-foot area. And you were able to find the scraps of wood from the puncture, and so you are able to mend it.
You had to like go into the river to get them.
Probably over my head.
Yeah. While you're doing that, or after you do that,
People from the other side of the river finally cross over.
No, they're just gonna assume we're dead.
Hopefully.
Pretty little axe.
Check out the horn. Blow it myself. I mean, how are they going to know if we're dead if they don't hear anything?
No, do not blow that horn. We need to go inside the statue. There's a door.
You can pull the boats out of the river first.
You're the only one that can do that.
Okay, I'll pull the boats out of the river. Well, I'd like to see you try. Come on. Put in
Yeah.
some effort.
Put your back into it.
Oh! My parents children have already broke my back like 18 million times. You know how many cracks there are in this world?
Why are you breaking?
Don't forget that there's still the shrine you haven't visited.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, we gotta go
we were
inside.
pulling the boats out and then heading
Yeah.
towards it.
Okay.
I give you a good berry.
Oh, thank you. One good berry? Okay.
Okay.
And I pick up all the ones I tossed on the ground in the cage.
Because
So
he
I'm-
didn't care about any of them.
He hates me.
He was scared.
I'll accept it.
Also, you
But-
aren't good with animals.
I'm
Let's be honest.
obviously not good with
Like
it.
you just turned that snake into pudding.
I did. I'd be kind of terrified if
You
I
think we
were
have a
able
good druid in
to.
the party?
But he is a tiefling.
So?
He's supposed to be a chaotic good tiefling, but
You're not a
apparently
good cleric and you're not a good druid.
I kept at least one person alive
When?
last week. And I just gave her a berry.
You did just get a berry.
Step up.
Birdie.
So I think these,
It's gonna be puzzles and they're gonna kill us.
I think that's a cliff right there. The token is in front of. It's about 7 feet high. It's not difficult to climb, but it's hard to see what's over it.
That's you.
I'm gonna climb on top of the turtle to look.
Just gonna make
Okay.
a stack.
If people
Roll
lets me.
roll a perception check.
I wanted to throw you over. You climbed up with me.
14.
You see what might be a pit trap above this ledge.
So I shouldn't throw you up?
Do not throw me up. It's a trap. Can I try to make it not a trap?
You're gonna have to climb up there.
Okay.
Alright, I'll throw you up just like.
I'll carefully be up there. We will not toss the tiefling.
Just a little toss.
Nobody
light
tosses a
toss.
tiefling.
Just a light toss. Come on, it's a toss.
Okay. You can climb up easily.
Okay. I'll carefully climb up to not make it a trap.
Okay.
Take away the trap.
Should I throw up the dwarf too?
Yeah, just toss the dwarf into the trap.
Okay.
Everyone tosses a dwarf, but not a tiefling.
Oh, no, that's a halfling.
Also not
yeah,
a dwarf.
halfling. Sorry.
I believe he's a halfling or a gnome or something.
All you little people. We'll see.
Yeah, you all look similar.
Racist.
Y'all are just the thin little
Sizes.
people without the beards.
I grab the halfling and just toss him up.
There's a trap up there.
I toss you gently. Be fine.
Probably a weight trap.
Yeah, halflings are hefty.
Are they?
I imagine so. They like you. I feel like they like you.
Probably not as heavy as a turtle.
Definitely not as heavy as a dwarf.
So the trap. Go ahead and do a Thieves' Tools check. Are you proficient in Thieves' Tools? Okay.
Anybody?
So without Thieves' Tools, you're not actually able to disable the trap. But you know it's there.
Do I see a
And
way
it's,
to like? How big is it?
It's 10 feet wide. It seems to span the entire area.
Can I like poke it really hard with my quarterstaff and try to make it go down so I can see what's inside?
You poke at it, but it doesn't seem to trigger.
Fling. Help me.
So I'll just remind you. You want me to read the story again about the man and the crocodile?
You gotta carry on the backs. Somebody has to carry across.
Okay.
Well, I'm the closest to a crocodile, so someone carry me.
You are also the biggest and heaviest of the entire group.
That's why I said
Probably
it.
weigh like 200 or 300 pounds.
That's why I said it.
I get on the tiefling's back.
I'm not carrying you across. We both go down there.
Crack.
So you're on the tiefling's back.
Could I throw them over the pit?
You can fastball special me easily.
Yeah. Halfway over the pit.
I want to make sure that I'm holding the halfling really tight because I don't want to go down alone. And I'm gonna walk.
You're gonna walk across?
Yeah.
Okay. You are able to cross, and nothing happens.
Oh god. It was terrifying.
Is this another ledge to go up and over?
Yep.
Can I jump over the trap?
It doesn't look like you can. So you know where this trap is, and you can't climb or stand at the edge of the ledge without standing on the trap.
So I have to climb up with him on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
You're lucky I'm light.
Yeah.
I'm literally a light foot.
So with your rider, their wording, not mine. I'll need you to roll a athletics check, and you can help with that if you're proficient.
Can I carry the pickle or something?
You're not proficient. Here, come here, purple dice.
Yeah, you can. The druid is like, okay, sure. So
Yeah, you
with
roll
a
it.
carrier, he says, oh, I guess that makes sense. You have a pickle on your back.
Yay!
The pickle does not look entirely pleased with the situation. It gibbers in some language you don't understand it, the druid, and the druid makes calming motions. So what was your athletics?
Can the turtle help me?
No, but your rider can.
Can my rider actually help? Because he's not proficient in athletics.
Well, you can take the help action, so if that's fine. So you can get
There,
advantage.
so take that one.
Hi.
So we got a 19.
See my new streaming machine? It's pretty ballin'. Yeah,
It's very blinding.
yeah.
To
It's
see each of our flaws.
probably not visible on the stream, but it's there. I might get a couple more.
You have a lot of actors.
So about that athletics check,
It's a 19
a 19 will do it.
because the halfling is obscenely strong. He like clutched with his
what
legs.
did you roll before?
He
I
rolled a 1,
one,
I rolled a
so
1.
we got a
20.
0.
Okay, so yeah, basically you were starting to climb and you overbalanced with the halfling on your back and started to fall backward, and the halfling literally grabbed the ledge and held you in place long enough for you to regain your hold, and then you were able to climb up the rest of the way.
See, I like my story of like I was pitifully clawing at the raw wall, and the halfling like clenched his legs really good and just pulled me as he climbed.
He climbed from your back. Oh my god.
I'm a...
So there's another small ledge here.
Do you see anything?
I'm a 123-year-old halfling.
Are you gonna look?
You're making me do that.
Yes.
Roll a perception.
16.
Oh god.
You don't see anything.
We're gonna have to switch riders on the way back. That's the story. The crocodile.
The pickle wants to carry me.
Oh
As he's climbing and we get over, I'm gonna use my quarters.
Oh, actually, those aren't ledges, so you were fine. Those are cobwebs.
no. Oh.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It looks like the thing in front of us might actually go.
Yeah,
up,
that's
though.
the ledge there.
Yeah.
There's a 7-foot high ledge.
Is that
to
also
climb,
the trap then?
to climb to the next area. No, you can't see that area quite yet.
Okay. So as he's getting up and I'm on his rider, I'm gonna use my quarterstaff just to poke.
On the ground. Yeah, nothing happens with when you have a rider. And people, you still have the veggie pygmy on your back. All right.
So
I
we can
really
go
like
up.
the idea that he gets to carry me on the way back, though.
Veggie pygmy does not look very pleased about that prospect. Yep, you were not able to detect a trap in this second area.
Poor pickle Nick.
Okay, now you're able to climb up with your rider. I'll use your roll of before. Peepo, you can roll a athletics for me with advantage.
Got this.
With advantage.
Shit, you needed it.
Wow, I really 10.
You don't have the feat that gives you advantage with athletics yet.
He already had advantage.
Yeah. That was with advantage.
You fall and squish and kill the pigman.
No!
Oh, the pickle!
I got Spare the Dying ready.
I mean, you gotta deal with on that piece over there, that piece over there.
Don't worry about it.
Gather the pieces together.
I mean, he's not on her back. He's like hugging her head.
Yeah.
24 hours to beat you, so MD on it. It's just gonna end up like salvage.
I have. I just didn't like it.
Sorry, what did you roll for athletics? 10 with advantage?
Yep.
The other was an 8.
It was really bad.
So the turtle gets to fall and kill Pickle Nick.
No.
Now you activate the whole entire floor. We all
So
go.
it was a 10?
No, me and you cut
Yes,
up.
yes, it was a 10.
Because
I
you
think the
like
pickle
pulled
was
your
kind of like
legs or
grabbing
something.
on my head and trying to grab my eyes. Like, I'm having trouble.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's done it into a mental cucumber.
5 more.
Send her back in time.
Put them back in the
So,
put them back in the jar again.
So the two of you tumble off the ledge into the area before it. Roll D6. Or no, D4.
3.
Okay, now roll another one.
3.
Okay, nothing happens when you fall on the floor.
Yay!
Well, you are separate right now.
Oh, me and him.
Yeah. You tumble in your individuals in the moment.
Okay.
Grab him quickly.
Yeah.
All right, you grab and jump,
Yep.
put him back on your shell. Are you
Yep.
gonna? Okay, go ahead and try again.
Don't fail him this time.
Yeah.
Much
Okay.
better.
Because you probably took like 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
This time he's not grabbing my eyes. I
Yep.
can see.
Yep. Now you can see, and you're able to climb up. The area north of the ledge forms a 16-foot high terrace. The floor is tiled in a 4x4 pattern of squares. It's just enough room for a person to stand on the top of the ledge without stepping on the tiles. But beyond that, the pattern covers the floor from wall to wall, clear back to another 7-foot high ledge that separates the section of the hall from the next section.
I don't remember the story.
This might represent the ocean, or technically the land or the ocean, to where we have to switch riders. Because remember in the story, the crocodile, like, oh, you just crossed the border, now I want to go and land.
Oh yeah.
Can I jump over it?
You jump into a wall
Yeah.
that has more traps on it.
Wait for me and the old man to pass.
So there are 4 rows with 4 tiles each. So you can see a faint glow can be seen around the second square from the left on the first row pattern. Pattern on the, I think that's a typo. Pattern on the door. Oh, on the door? What? This is not very clear.
So there's a pattern on the door, and one of those are glowing, except on the one that corresponds to the floor. It's very loud.
So the 7-foot high ledge. So the Vegapygmy and Sullivan can see above the ledge in front of after the pattern there's a ledge, and then above the ledge there's a door, and the two of you, the Sullivan and the Vegapygmy, can see there's a pattern on the door that seems to match the floor. The floor is not glowing. The pattern on the door is glowing.
Thwack, step there.
So I'll try to step there. But you're still on my back, so if I die, you die.
Actually, roll a perception check first. Sorry, all out of order here.
I got a 4.
Not you. You can't see anything. You can't see the door.
16.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to see that the faint glow can be seen around the second square from the left on the first row of the pattern on the door.
Thwack, step there.
So you step there?
Yes.
All right.
Holding tight onto the old man in case I die.
Thwack, I need blood.
You don't.
What?
You can see a faint glow can be seen around the fourth square from the left on the second row of the pattern on the door.
Thwack, jump there.
I do that.
Stick your left hand out and wave it all about.
I'm holding onto your leg while I do it. So your leg's just like...
Just roll a dexterity saving throw. Since you
God.
do have to jump this one.
15.
All right, yeah, you're able to jump without knocking your buddy off. You can see now a faint glow can be seen around the first square from the left on the third row of the pattern on the door.
Thwack, jump there.
And they're actually you can do an athletics actually because it is a jump
That's not
I
bad.
and it's a standing jump which is difficult.
I prefer the other one. 8.
Yeah, you jump, but you just miss it. You made it to the second square on the same row, but nothing seems to happen.
Looking at the door.
If you look
And
back
then you can step to the square,
Yeah.
and then you can see that the first square on the fourth row is glowing.
Oh, you can walk there.
All right, you walk, and then you're able to make it to the ledge, and now you need to climb. So that's an athletics check with advantage from your rider.
Super strong rider.
Double 20.
Whoa!
All right, you're able to make it up to the door.
Did you do that before, Thwack?
Just rise.
Yep, you float up.
You just see the halfling going like this really fast.
So now we get to the difficult bit.
Oh no.
We have to switch riders.
Um,
Oh, here's the pygmy. Oh, the pygmy doesn't speak.
Vegapygmy speaks Vegapygmy. And
Yeah.
The other, your druid guide speaks Vegapygmy, but not you.
Is it 2 different doors?
It's the same door.
It's the same door.
And we're up there now, so can we just be like, hey, do this, 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 and this? Does
Yeah.
the pygmy actually have to say?
Well, let's see. We'll mix it up and we'll have it change for some reason.
Yeah, they can still tell me what it is.
Yeah, I know. It's just going to be more interesting with the with it being different. So a faint glow can be seen from around the first square on the left, on the first row. So you communicate that to them. All right, you move forward, and then it's the second square on the next row. So you just move diagonally to that one, and then the fourth square in the third row. So make a athletics check to jump.
Damn.
It's enough. It's only a 10-foot jump. And then the last one is the third square, so you're able to make it cross. And now I just need you to make a athletics check to climb the ledge with the help of the Vegapygmy.
20.
20. No, that is plenty.
You did better than I did. Mine was only 19.
Okay. Did you do double 20s?
You have a -1 to acrobats?
Athletics.
No athletics. I have all the athletics.
You're a monster.
Yep. I mean, I'm literally like a giant turtle person. That's literal monster. You're pretty monstrous too. You're a tiefling.
So, what are you doing with the door?
Stab it.
There's still four things glowing.
It seems time to touch them.
Okay.
You use 2 hands to touch 2. I use my 2 hands to touch the top 2.
And the bottom two.
Yeah.
It swings open.
Yes.
The floor of this dusty 40-foot high, 20-foot wide chamber is littered with dinosaur bones. Webs stretch across the walls and a 30-foot tall central pillar, coiled around which is a narrow stone staircase.
How did dinos get in here?
It steps covered with dust. Carved into the pillars are reliefs of a man carrying a crocodile. The reliefs follow the stairs to the top of the pillar, on which sits a large, beautiful ceramic jug.
It's time to carefully walk forward.
How did dinosaurs get in here?
Don't worry about it. Dinosaurs are smart.
They carry you around their back and they did a weird puzzle?
Yes.
I don't think so.
They had feathers, they probably flew over.
You're carrying me the way back.
I'm more worried about the pygmy carrying the turtle.
I don't think that's actually what
I think
needs to
I'm just
happen.
gonna jump things if I need
We're gonna
to.
switch partners, and I'm gonna carry the pygmy. You got the turtle has you.
No, see, what happens is the bottom person carries the top person.
We're switch partners.
Yeah, I get the veggie party and you get the turtle. That's how it
Wow.
makes sense.
This is a really, really brutal trap.
Oh shit.
If, you know, you trigger it.
Yeah, well, still, oh shit. All of us.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, just nobody
about that
trigger
wrong.
I'll tell you about it if you don't trigger it afterwards.
Okay.
Okay,
Nobody
so
trigger any traps.
perception, because we're all looking carefully.
Yeah, we're all being very careful because there's tons of bones of animals that shouldn't have even gotten in here.
Exactly.
So the staircase that spirals around the pillar are 2 feet wide, and each step is 1 foot higher than the one below it. Looks like a very difficult climb, especially with somebody on your back.
But still try to make it.
I just have a tiny guy on my neck. I'm fine.
So you're with the guy on your back, you're moving difficult terrain, basically double movement,
even with a halfling and a pygmy.
Yeah, like I'm a pygmy.
especially on the narrow and high step of the staircase. So there's 30 feet of there's 30 steps in total. So it'll take you basically 2 rounds to get to the top.
I'm trying to figure out if this is supposed to be the Earth in the story, to where the man had to like carry the crocodile, which was because that was a much more difficult to carry.
Well, if you guys want to switch and test it, go ahead.
I mean, we can.
If you guys
Because
get me killed,
she's definitely not going to be able to switch with the pygmy.
Nope, it's not happening.
All right, I get down and somehow hoist the tiefling up.
That is very difficult.
You're telling me?
Why are you switching?
Because in the story, the human ends up having to carry the crocodile, right?
They're trying to figure it out.
Whatever.
Oh. I mean, sure.
No. Okay. It doesn't sound like we have to do that, so never mind.
All right. Do you climb up?
Nah, I'm gonna get back on this.
Switch back to
Do it for a little while, and you're like, this is really, really, really difficult.
You know, 'cause I'm only...
So the tiefling, you need to make. Actually, both of you need to make acrobatics checks.
I'm only 133-year-old acrobatics.
Can I guidance?
17.
6.
So yours was 17.
6.
6. So once again, the halfling manages to counteract the wobbliness of the tiefling, and somehow the forces cancel out, and you're able to climb up. Make one more dexterity saving or acrobatics check. Sorry.
Oh, thank God. Got a 3.
Uh huh.
4.
No. Oh, you got a 4 and I got a 17.
Okay.
So hopefully they cancel out again.
Yeah, they both cancel out again. Lucky you.
Oh boy.
Don't come up here, turtle. The ground is unsteady.
I like I have this quarter staff. I'm just like, oh no, that's
I just want to like sit on the second step up.
No, that could be the trap.
Should probably
sitting
put like
on- sitting on top
climbing
stuff.
stuff, you know, like hook it to the walls and put ropes.
There is a very nice jug at the very top of this pillar, and it has many plugs and spigots covering its surface.
It's probably full of acid.
They're all different sizes and colors and everything.
Can I do some sort of history or religion check?
Can you see what's inside of it? Maybe is it like a huge jug, like a normal jug? It's full of mayonnaise. It's one of those jugs.
The endless jar of mayonnaise. Good magic item.
Mayonnaise is a
Magic item.
Roll an Arcana, both of you.
That I can do.
Can you? Can you do it?
Are you gonna help me?
No.
You're not gonna use the help action? Jeez.
He says for both of us to do it. Because we both.
And what'd you roll?
That one, unfortunately.
Which is a
4.
4.
A 1. Because I rolled a 2.
Which is a
No, I rolled a 2 and it became a 1.
Can you yell out and describe it?
it's a really nice jug. You might have to carry it down in order for people to look at it.
Do you want to do that?
How are you carrying it?
So I rolled just for fun because I have a -1. and I got
Can I like tie a rope to it and then lower it down to people?
You can try. I mean, it's going to be difficult with the halfling on your back.
Well, could the halfling tie? Because I'm holding the halfling's legs. He's
Yeah.
more able
Well,
to
you
do
could
it.
grab it, and he can just choke you around the neck.
That's what you're into, man.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I can hold it steady for him to tie it while he chokes me to death. But it's okay because I can hold my breath for 2 minutes. And
I'm just gonna do the Yoda, right?
and then we're gonna lower it down to people,
Okay.
hopefully.
All right. So you are picking it up off this pillar. You tie a rope around one of its handles, and you start lowering it. Roll a dexterity saving or a acrobatics, since you've been up here for a while.
Can I guidance myself for that?
Sure.
You get the help action?
Both of you need to roll acrobatics. It's that balance thing.
14.
17.
You're both good.
Every now and then I'm just like, guidance. Guidance.
Guidance. Every 6 seconds you say guidance to yourself.
Yes.
Okay, you start lowering it down. Now you can roll while it's descending. You can roll an Arcana check.
Oh, does the other one not count? I'm not normally.
I didn't ask you to roll it.
I thought I rolled a 19.
That's great.
Which is
Roll an
nice.
Arcana check.
I know nothing.
What'd you roll?
I got 4 minus 1. Because
Oh.
my 19 was really good and not.
I'm the only one that has anything to Arcana. Yeah.
I mean, now it's down at least.
So it's down at the bottom. What you gonna do? Okay. So when you pick it up, the ceiling starts to shake, and bricks start to fall from the ceiling. Both of you, actually, all 4 of you, Vegapygmy included, may need to make dexterity saving throws.
Do I have time to guide it?
Not on a saving throw.
18.
14.
14.
Oh, you can do it, Vegapygmy.
Any?
Yes.
You're telling the druid.
No, I'm not.
There you
I
are.
gotta go pull up his. So that's 7 bludgeoning damage, or half as much on a success. I need to go pull up the
How
Vegapygmy.
much is that?
Half of 7.
Oh. No, I said I meant like how much die
I didn't hear you again.
How much of the die was a success? So I got 14.
Okay.
Was it 14 a success? You didn't tell us the save number.
It was a DC 13. You see some bricks fall on the Vegapygmy's head.
Oh no.
And the two of you make another acrobatics to stay on the.
Oh shit.
I credit.
Okay. So you cancel each other out and you're still fine. Now what you gonna do?
So how far down is it?
It is
Go back to Jug.
Oh, I can put it down for a second.
It's 30 feet.
I'm on the boat. I can put it down. I can catch you. You want me to jump?
The ceiling is still shaking while you're thinking about this.
I'm gonna quickly start running down.
Okay, you're gonna run down.
I'm gonna run down.
Okay.
We got this. You got it.
Acrobatics
You do little
In that
thingy.
case, I'm gonna
at
run
disadvantage.
Got
Both of you.
But I can still guidance myself, right?
Yes.
14.
You're good?
13.
You're good. So that gets you down most of the way. Make everyone make another dexterity saving throw for bricks.
I'll need to.
Yep.
16.
13.
You start running out
So
with your
DC 13.
I was trying to run out with it. I got a 5.
Take full damage.
What was it,
So
7?
13.
13? That's pretty bad. It's not great.
Not great. No.
13.
This is a hell of a trap.
And one more. No, you're at the bottom because you were running it. So you're able to make it out. You gonna keep going, or what you gonna do?
Look
We
at
have
the
the
pods.
jug.
Let's wait
The
outside the door.
ceiling is still shaking.
We have the jug. It's just dash.
I do an 18 and looking at the pod again on Arcana.
Wait,
Here,
no,
waste
let's do it
3
outside.
seconds for us to die.
It's a little busy right now. You're not able to get with the bricks falling and
I
everything.
have the
It's hard to
jug. We're
tell.
fine. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's just dash out.
Okay, fine. If that's what I want to do.
Dash out.
Okay. Yeah. Once you get out of the door, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The bricks fall for a little while longer, and then they stop.
And now you're gonna look at the jug.
And now you're going to give me some good news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we're down to 29. You.
Arcana.
You get a lot of good berries. There were
Now you're
40.
gonna roll low again.
Huh?
Oh, wow. No, 22.
What are you going to say?
Okay. It's an
There
alchemy
were
jug.
40.
Oh, wait, there
I
were
told you it's full of mayonnaise.
there
I
were
know.
4 each?
There is a mayonnaise spigot.
There were 4 each?
You know, it
Like
can
cleric.
produce
Mayonnaise, water, alcohol.
Poison.
2
Acid?
gallons of mayo.
Yeah.
I have 4 of them.
Yes. So we're down to 25 good berries.
I'm at 7 out of 16.
Then you can have however many good berries you need. Just tell me.
I need 9 HP.
Then you get 3 good berries.
Yep. Is it safe to assume that you're going to everyone roll 2 athletics checks to get down to the stairs, the ledges? I assume you're going to stay on your backs,
Yeah.
Athletics.
or not the riders, just the carriers. So the 2 of you.
Oh. My first one is 7, and the
Okay.
second one was 15.
Okay.
My first one was 18, and my second one was 9.
Okay, so we get to find out if you trigger each one. Actually, there's 3 traps, but there's only ledges before each one. So you failed your first one. So the 2 of you are going to go spilling. What did you roll? It was a
7.
Okay. Yeah, you spill out onto the puzzle.
We're doomed. On the bright side, we stuffed our faces with berries before we
It
did
took it
this.
slow. You didn't have to run.
running
Both
this
of
part.
you roll a dexterity saving throw.
9.
20.
Okay. So you will take, it was a DC 13. So if you failed, you'll take full damage and half damage. A success,
Damn, it's a lot of die.
22 fire damage as the puzzle area fills with fire.
You're gonna have to drag my corpse.
The tieflings, you're resistant to fire.
Yes!
You're a
Thank you,
tiefling.
you're beautiful.
Best part about a tiefling.
It is.
Fire resistance. So that was 11 if you succeeded, or if you're resistant to fire and you failed.
No, this killed me in a tier 4 thing. With my character that has Tinder Strike. Forgot about that completely.
Same trap.
No, fire resistance for the whole battle. I got fireballed so many times.
And you forgot about the fire resistance? So you might not have died?
Yeah.
So you're still up at the top with the pickle.
Yeah, when that happens.
When that happens, and you can see that the pattern on the door has changed again. And so there's two of them. They're sprawled on the puzzle floor. Actually, here, let's find out what it is. It doesn't matter. You communicate with them about where they need to go. And it seems that when you're standing on the correct tile, even in individual, it doesn't seem to set it off, but you're able to recombine and make your way the rest of the way through the puzzle. And then you make your way down on the, so you made your save. So when we're making our way down to the next level, two of you are able to continue, get down the ledge very easily, make it out the exit, but the two of you fall on the next ledge, which means
We see it happen and we're like, no, Druid, look away.
As long as I don't crush the pickle.
Roll a d4 for yourself. Evens triggers the trap.
Evens.
Oh no.
So when you fall, and then roll one for the pickle.
Evens.
No.
First top.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Pickle.
Pickle Nick. 2017 to 2017.
So make a dex save.
Oh, it's 7. I thought it was a 1 at first. Okay. That's 9. I mean, that's still not great, but well.
23 slashing damage. Save for half.
I'm down.
Now I actually have to look up pickle rings.
That's rough.
That's all of my things.
Why didn't you rage before you fell?
Why would I rage? Climb!
You're a barbarian. Everything you should do should be involving rage.
No.
Yeah? I rage loot all the time on Kelrim.
Rage climb. Rage loot.
Or can the
Is the
Alchemist
veggie pick me dead
give us 2
forever?
gallons of
I
something
have to
useful?
check to see what.
Like health potions?
Come on, pickle.
If we have to like float her body up, we just do like 2 gallons of mayonnaise and keep refilling the hole until her body eventually floats up.
Can't you just pour out a bunch of water? She's gonna sink in Mayo.
Why do you
Her dead corpse doesn't know that.
Oh, it's gonna be a delicious sandwich later. We're gonna have turtle sandwiches. Sorry. Turtle soup!
You could just not let me die.
I'm not gonna let you die,
No
don't
one's gonna
worry.
let you die. Unless the
healing
druid wants
word,
revenge on you for killing his pickled Nick.
It's not my fault. Okay, it's kind of my fault, but it's not my fault intentionally. I didn't like try to kill him.
Sure. That's not what we heard.
We heard, I wonder how pickle tastes. And then it's like, no.
Hey, this pickle was my friend.
So I think you couldn't even talk to him.
Exactly, that's why he's my
He
friend.
tried to blind you and have you fail the first time.
Well, he was kind of panicked. Like, I don't blame him. Maybe I get along better with people I can't talk to. You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know people.
Suspense is excruciating.
There's no way he has that much HP.
Hey, last I heard, he
He had 200 HP.
Yeah, I think that he had 200 HP. So
I'm pretty sure it's like 20. If that.
He's fine.
It's like 2 or 20.
Find a guide. I don't remember the name of the Veggie Pygmy, and I need the Veggie Pygmy's name.
Oh, it's like a weird thing. I can't remember.
Oh no.
We always just called him Pickles.
I know. I need to change his name to Pickle.
Yeah.
Finding a guide. There we go. Cupulae. It was with a K.
What?
So tomorrow needs to not happen.
Why?
Oh, is it going to snow tomorrow? Cool. Alright. Dexterity saving throw. He has a +2. rolled a 12. That is a success, so he will take half. He is down, but he is not instantly dead.
Yay! Not instantly dead.
And I see the
Are you
turtle-
instantly dead?
No, I'm down.
Okay, the two of you. So you see scything blades that sweep out from the wall niches and slash at both of them, and they both fall. So that's one happening in the same round. What are the two of you doing? The druid shouts in alarm, but doesn't dare move forward because he's alone and there may be other traps.
I am going to healing word the turtle.
Okay.
How far is the trap?
You're only like 15 feet away.
The turtle gets back 2 plus 2 plus 1. 5.
Okay.
And you're keeping the veggie pygmy on your back.
You are separate. That's why the trap triggered.
Oh.
They're laying next to each other on the ground.
Grab the pygmy and
How much
put
does
it
the
on your
pygmy
shoulder.
weigh?
Can I grab him?
What are you doing?
I can mage hand the pygmy onto her back. If he weighs that, it doesn't weigh that much.
No, he's a small plant, but that's heavier than you'd be able to carry.
I can't reach him.
I can't really do much to them. Cast infestation, tooth in my one.
On Cupulo's, Kupalue, I don't know. On the Pickle's turn, he automatically regenerates 3 hit points and stands up.
Yay!
And climbs onto the turtle.
Yes.
Yay!
It hobbles, climbs onto the turtle, looks very, very annoyed, and you hobble out of the trap. Yeah.
Very small shield
Regains
guardian.
3 hit points at the start of its turn. If it takes cold, fire, or necrotic damage, it doesn't trait. This trait doesn't function at the start of its next turn. Dies only if it starts its turn with 0 hit points and doesn't regenerate. Because it is an NPC, and so they don't normally make death saves. So if he takes cold, fire, necrotic, and drops to 0, then he dies on his turn. Otherwise, he has 3 hit points.
So you picked the good one to fail at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that means like 5 of my chaos bolts can kill him, and 3 types can.
Okay.
And you're able to escape.
And I hug the pickle. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Good night.
Pickle looks very, very awkward. Looks very
He's my friend.
uncomfortable
He's
with
my friend and I love
the turtle hugging him.
him. Gate crush.
Yeah. You hear the sound of celery breaking.
Are they 3 each?
And then a round later, the veggie pygmy regains 3 hit points, and regains consciousness.
I'm saying he's just a really horrible
I'm gonna
shield
give
guardian.
you some good berries.
Okay.
We're running out of good berries. We're down to like 10 probably.
Okay.
So you're still just inside of the
Down to nothing.
shrine here. What would you like to do?
Up to full.
So you're like
So
right
5.
here.
Do we have to do something with the alchemy jug?
I don't remember.
Can I do a history check? See if we remember anything we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, why was this alchemy jug like so sacred?
You don't know.
Yes, but you don't have any support.
Can I ask?
Let's see.
And then because there's no support, it's going to like
Yeah, what's up with this jug? I'm gonna blame the jug for me falling.
Are you going for the jugular?
You're trying to keep all the mayonnaise safe.
Yes. Support.
Looks like it's been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
And your druid friend says perhaps it was placed there as a gift from Uptau.
Who's Uptau again?
Is it valuable? Should we open it? Is something going to attack us if we open it?
It's already open. It's an alchemy jug.
Oh. Okay.
On the bright side, we'll never go hungry. We might die of malnutrition.
Oh.
Has a lot of mayonnaise inside of it, but we're only eating mayonnaise.
It's poison mayonnaise.
Uptau is the god, I think.
Yeah.
God of the Choltons, of the Omnian
We know what his actual character was.
My character is from this continent. They know. They just don't really care.
Yeah, you're a turtle.
Like, yeah, I never really
Oh,
got
hey, look at
into
this guy down here, guys.
No.
Uh-oh. There's a flying goblin coming.
Okay, didn't you know goblins could fly?
What happens?
I played one.
Was there something else we needed here?
I don't remember.
Why did we come here again?
We have to go to the camp engines
Oh, we had to go to a different camp? Why did we come here?
because it's on the way.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a boat now. We have boats.
We don't have boats. No, we just gotta keep on the eye for hags.
And dragon turtles.
Dragon turtles are only in the bay.
I'm just saying. I've heard other rumors.
Why would there be dragon turtles in the river? They're too big.
They have to grow up somewhere.
There's only one dragon turtle. They don't just reproduce like that.
Maybe.
There's your dragon turtles in man.
17.
Specific number.
Ah, no. Wrong way. There we go. Oh, lovely. They use the same token.
I assume the goblins that is one blowing the sun is finally made across the river.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, what's the
I don't know. We're like roll for initiative or something.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious. Was there something more to that trap that you said you were going to say if we didn't set it off?
I'm pretty sure we set it off.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. You didn't set up the last one because you were on his back.
Okay.
Oh, the trap was the rocks falling from the ceiling and murdering us?
In the
In the spiral pit?
oh, that trap.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
yeah, I can tell you about that in a second. Basically, there were 4 steps on the staircase that had glyphs of warding on it. They were steps, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there were 4, and I won't say them out loud because they would be spoilers for people watching. And if you're emulating Manning Crocodile, you don't trigger the glyph. Each triggered glyph releases a 20-foot radius sphere of lightning centered on the step. You make a dex save, taking 5d8 lightning damage on a failed save.
See, the dinos didn't know to be on each other's back.
Exactly.
How did they get up there, though?
They climbed in. It's a 10-foot wide, 23-foot high ceiling room. I mean, they make it past the door somehow. And maybe, you know.
Maybe they could climb on the walls.
Why did they want to get in so badly? For the mayonnaise? Come on.
And
They
everyone,
could smell the mayonnaise.
everyone can roll for initiative. Because,
Crap, I rolled and forgot my number.
yeah, as you exit the shrine, hiding around the sides of the shrine, you see a number of goblins.
We're like, oh no, it's scary.
Oh. It is a number of goblins.
A number of goblins.
We hold out the alchemy jug. You guys can have it.
They seem confused.
It's mayonnaise. Delicious.
Sullivan. Not 23? What? Peepo.
6.
And, Kathos.
10.
10.
We all have 99 hit points.
That's just a half measure, in case I decide to apply damage to you and I don't want to have to track it on my screen as well. The goblin boss looking woman named Yaka runs forward and chucks a javelin at Peepo.
Rude.
Oh no, people, you should have just rage walked down the stairs.
Rolling a 21 at you.
That does hit.
That does hit. Dealing 3 damage. Goblin's gonna run out and shoot Sullivan with a short bow. An 8 misses.
Yep.
Don't let me die.
Guy's gonna run out and attack Kathos with his scimitar.
He would.
He would. 16?
He hits. He would.
4.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Ow.
Ow. I'm assuming that you're going to have the druid and the Vegapygmy in this fight.
Since there are 6
Okay.
of them, yeah.
So the Vegapygmy is going to use his sling and attack the goblin on you, Kathos. Dealing 4 damage to the goblin. The goblin looks very hurt.
I yell, thank you.
He squeaks back at you in some vegetable language.
I want to learn the vegetable language.
Sullivan.
Speak with ladies.
Yeah.
Fireball?
The tree's blocking her.
Not really.
So at disadvantage because somebody's within 5 feet of me, 19 to hit on Chaos Bolt.
On the boss?
Yep.
What was he?
19.
19 hits. Damage?
Psychic.
So at the last moment, the goblin boss grabs a goblin standing next to her, and they switch places. And that goblin takes the full damage and dies instantly.
Wow.
That's one of the best features of the goblin boss. Redirect attack. And that goblin dies.
That's so mean.
Goblins start to rush forward. This one's going to dash to here.
Hey.
This goblin's also going to dash.
Rude.
Kathos.
Kathos is going to cast Shillelagh and smack the one that is injured.
Okay, the one on next to Sullivan, I think, is injured.
Yeah. That is 12 plus something. 12 plus 5? 4. It's 12 plus 4.
That hits.
For 7.
It's a
Teach you to hit me. That is it.
Depot.
I'm going to rage.
You would like to rage.
I'm gonna try to hit the one right next to me, I guess.
All right. 11 misses. Kasha produces flame in his hand and throws it at the one in the middle there, but around all of you. Rolling a 19 on the die.
He's 5 feet within somebody.
What?
Is it a ranged spell attack?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's over there.
I thought
He's
I got
standing
the,
next to the Vegapygmy.
Yeah, no, I got the.
They're providing ranged superiority.
I got the turtle one.
For 7 damage, is very hurt now.
He looks something like the turtle.
It's a lot of green.
It's the guy.
It's a lot of green.
Actually, I'll make them blue so that you can see them better. Yeah, there we go. Or they're not any color now. There you go. Setting them to faction alignment instead of friendly. Alright, goblin number 8 is going to run up and attack Kasha.
That's so rude. Right there.
And rolls an 11, which hits. Apparently. Quasha is wounded.
Like, whoa, you need to put on armor. You can wear leather.
Yaka's going to run up to Peepo and attack.
Probably raged.
Yeah.
With a 6, it missed. She's going to attack again at disadvantage. It would have been a crit, but it's a 16 on the die, which is a 20, which hits, I believe. And that is just 3 damage.
Can you take one?
You take 1. See, that's part of the reason why you have 99 hit points, because I don't have it in there that you're raging. So I would have given you all 3. Goblin number 2 is going to run up to Sullivan and attack him.
Old people.
How's the 17 sound?
My AC.
For a whole bunch of 3 damage. How you looking? Cupule is going to attack the goblin. Hitting 17. Dealing 3 damage. Sullivan. On which one?
Find the boss here.
Okay.
She's just gonna switch with another.
Let's see if I hit with 13.
13 misses. That's it? Alright, the goblin who's spinning in a circle.
As they do.
Meant to zoom. Is going to attack with his scimitar on Kathos.
Kathos didn't do anything.
That's probably why he's attacking you. You look so weak. For 4 damage.
Killed his
You
friend.
rolled a 17 to hit. Goblin number 4 is attacking Peepo.
Goblin number 4. A good name.
17.
Uh,
That's your AC, yep. For 5 or 2. Kathos.
I'm gonna smack the one that attacked me.
Okay.
Good.
No, I'm not. I rolled a 12.
That misses.
Smack it bad.
Smack it real good.
He threw me off because he hit me.
Peepo.
Gonna
Why are
try-
you so good? What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and select,
Yaka, the boss.
I guess the boss.
Okay.
But she keeps moving.
18.
That hits.
13 damage.
Okay. Yet again, Yaka switches places with the goblin standing next to her. And that goblin takes the damage and dies instantly.
Yay!
Why are these other goblins so loyal to her? She's just slaughtering
They
them.
don't seem entirely happy with the idea, but they're serving her their boss willingly.
Maybe they
They're very surprised when it happens, though.
We're like,
It's just sort of a wah!
Kathos is like, we wouldn't do that to you. You should fight for us instead.
I do it.
They don't understand you, or they're too
missed
focused
you.
on. Kawash attacks with his quarterstaff. Goblin.
Right, you shillelagh.
I think it is already Shillelagh.
Yes.
Yeah, he actually has damage for Shillelagh. And dealing a whole bunch of 3 damage.
Hey, he hits like a goblin.
Ah, he's my kind of druid with only 14 in his wisdom modifier.
The goblin hits Kawasha for 6.
Oh no.
It was an unnatural. Kawasha's looking hurt.
The pickle's gonna be fine.
Yeah, the pickle's fine. It's all we care about.
It's Yaka's turn. He's going to attack the raging turtle
But it's
and missed.
no guarantee that the people will still be our friend if Quasha dies.
And then missed on the second attack.
Okay with either.
Goblin 2 attacks Sullivan
I have to heal him.
and missed.
Why is Sullivan the only one that can be missed?
I'm a halfling.
Fine.
Oh, I guess not.
The pickle hits the goblin and kills the goblin.
Yay, good pickle.
Good job, Pickle. He's like, no one will hurt my friend.
Sullivan.
He's the best pickle.
I cast Infestation on the one to my north.
Okay.
Concept.
Concept. 11.
He takes 6 poison damage. And
Okay.
he has to move a random direction chosen by this D4.
D8. Well, one. Yeah.
On here,
4.
they on the spell, it has a D4.
Okay.
Roll a D4 for the direction. He must move 5 feet west.
Man,
Okay.
why you push him in front of me?
Yeah. Nice. Ah. Frozen. Frozen. There we go.
Yay.
All right. Goblin on Kathos.
But it should attack Sullivan.
It's attacking you. You tell him that, and he's like, "Oh, whack."
I'm trying to use the
21
same
to hit.
tactics as the Goblin boss.
For 8 damage.
Throw your friends in the bus. Oh, Kathos is pretty hurt.
Kathos is pretty hurt.
Kathos is fairly hurt.
Kathos' turn.
Kathos is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
All right. Sounds like fun.
It's only 1 hit point.
Peepo.
He's gonna. I realize that the bomb is doing something else. So it's gonna hit the one that's next to Kathos.
Okay.
Stop killing my friends. 15?
That is their AC.
Yay. 10 hits.
It is dead.
You are my favorite traveling companion.
We already lost the bird.
Yes, you're the only
Marsha.
animal friend I have left. And I had to give away the...
Because it was terrified of you.
Because it was terrified of me. I am a human. Most things are.
He's going to throw fire at Yaka. Rolling an 18 on the die
Oh,
for 3 damage.
She has nobody to grab. So.
Nope, she's not.
Potter is the MVP.
Yaka
Go finish him off.
is going to give up trying to hit the turtle because he's really hard to hit. He's going to go walk up to Kathos.
Because Kathos does not want to be hurt.
Does a 6 hit.
No.
And then she swings her scimitar wildly at Sullivan. How's a 14? I mean an 18, sorry.
Hits.
18 hits. For 8 damage. Goblin number 2. Who's he attacking? Is he attacking Sullivan? Alright, he attacks Kathos. 22. Hit.
Damn you.
For 5. Capitulate. Sling on the goblin. 18 to hit. For 6. And that goblin is dead.
Using sorcery points as a bonus action at the time to a spell or an actual action.
Sullivan.
So it's just Yaka left.
Yep.
Infestation.
It's a con save. 11.
5 poison. Yeah, he has to move north.
Can't.
She tries to run into Kathos, but can't. So. Kathos.
Toll of the Dead.
All right, wisdom.
Yep. Hopefully goblins are not hurt.
7.
Fails. 9.
Looking hurt. Peepo. 10 misses. Quasha. Bruises flame at Yaka. 18 hits. For 6 damage, and Yaka is dead.
Now this is the moment we can turn
Died.
We still have to defeat the pickle after that. We can't do that.
And we can't kill the
I
pickle.
can do fire damage.
No, I just mean morally, it's wrong.
Oh, yeah, so I've lived long. I don't care anymore.
Old people suck.
They do.
Thwack and thwack.
So, let's see, there was... Oops, I didn't need to close that.
Kill all the things. Now we can connect.
You gonna take a long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we can go ride in our boats.
You can complete a long rest. Before you take that long rest, though... Oh, actually, I need to do these separately because you had help on the last one. 358. 60 XP from the poisonous snakes, skeletons, and zombie.
60 each?
Yeah.
We'll get 66.
Five. 400 for the goblin encounters.
440 plus
506.
yeah.
Is that enough to level?
Yeah.
Hooray!
No gold, I'm pretty sure.
Did we get any gold?
I
No.
don't think so.
No.
We did get a jug full of mayo.
Did get a jug full of mayo. I mean, I think that's probably better than money. I mean, there's not much mayo out here. It's hard to make. I mean, there's dinosaur mayo made with dinosaur eggs.
Axe beak mayo.
Yeah,
Turtle mayo.
has a bit of a bite to it.
Well,
Turtle mayo.
Is it? Sorry, axe beak mayo has a bit of a bite to it. And 5 downtime days and half a renowned. As I think that's it for tonight.
no level 3 now.
Hooray! So, thanks for joining us on this episode of Murderhobos Anonymous. We must end, but we'll be back here again next week, hopefully with the full group.
Maybe.
Hopefully we won't have more character deaths. Hopefully we won't have any player deaths either. I mean, in general, we all hope that, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope you all have a great night.
You want to be...
And I'm just going to hit this button
What do any of these mean?
along with
Should I
this
look it up
button.
and then do it later?
And hopefully,
Bears to think
hopefully it
Gilmore
mutes
to
the mics
wear
at the same time.
all damage.